A number of years ago, I messed up my back. I herniated some discs and had a long list of spinal complications. Over the years, I changed a lot of things about my lifestyle, and I tried tons of different things. But one of the things that worked for me was an acupressure mat, and it helped in terms of reducing the pain I was experiencing. And so when I would do this, when I would lay on this acupressure mat, I noticed that I felt more relaxed, and I kind of stopped doing the acupressure mat because my back got better. You know, today my back is healed, and I recently started using the acupressure mat again just because I remembered that it kind of relaxed me. And I noticed that overnight my HRV, or heart rate variability, seemed to be higher than normal. And I'm tracking this using my Oura Ring. I decided to do this experiment. I want to see if laying on an acupressure mat increases my HRV and increases my recovery. Maybe it might help with my sleep. So heart rate variability is the fluctuation of time in between your heartbeats. And the higher your HRV, that's usually associated with being in a more parasympathetic state. So like a rest and digest state. That's the opposite of a sympathetic state or a fight or flight state. So obviously when you're winding down for the night, being in a parasympathetic state helps. So I'm going to show you the acupressure mat that I have. So this is the acupressure mat I have. It comes with this piece you lay down on, and then this piece to lay your head on. And so if you look closely, you can see there's all these little pressure points. I don't know if you can see that well. And you lay on it, you know, it kind of like stings for a second, but then it feels really relaxing, and all the blood flows to that area. When you get off, you know, your back is like super red. So what I want to do is I'm going to see if this thing actually helps my sleep and recovery. I'm going to not lay on the acupressure mat for 1 week, Monday through Friday. So starting Sunday night, going through Thursday night. So I'll be showing you the numbers Monday through Friday. And then the next week, Monday through Friday, I'm going to use the acupressure mat, and I'll use it for 20 minutes, pretty close to bedtime. And I want to try, obviously there'll be confounding variables, but my training will remain the same. I'll try to keep my diet as consistent as possible, and you know, my sleep schedule as consistent as possible, with the only adjustment being the acupressure mat. So I'm going to go ahead and get started not using the acupressure mat, and I'll check in each day and update my Oura Ring metrics, and then at the end I'll compile all the data and see if there was any significant difference in how I slept or if it affected my HRV. So here we go. Okay, this is Monday morning. I did not use the acupressure mat. This is the beginning of the first week of not using the acupressure mat. So here I'm going to update my Oura Ring. I'll try to update it quickly here. I did not sleep super well, or as I recall, kind of had a case of the Sunday scaries. Readiness 83, sleep 82, resting heart rate low point was 60 beats per minute, and my HRV was 51. Alright, so it's morning number 2. It's Tuesday. I did not use the acupressure mat. 2 days ago it was Sunday, now it is Tuesday. I got a sleep score of 88. My lowest heart rate was 63, and my HRV was 39. My readiness score was 80. Okay, today is Wednesday, and here's my Oura Ring update. I did not use the acupressure mat last night. 2 days ago, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today, I got a 95 sleep score, lowest heart rate 62, HRV 46, 88 readiness. Alright, it's Thursday morning, and I did not use the acupressure mat. Here are my results. Tuesday, today is Thursday, 94 sleep score, 65 beats per minute, heart rate, HRV 31, readiness 77. I did do some outside yard work yesterday, so that may have contributed to my low lower readiness score. So I'll check in tomorrow. Okay, so it's Friday morning. I did not use the acupressure last night. 2 days ago, Wednesday. Today is Friday. Sleep score, 95. Pretty good. I got a lot of REM sleep and deep sleep. Lowest heart rate, 60. HRV, 44. Readiness, 90. Okay, so this is going to be my first night doing the acupressure mat. I'm going to do it for 20 minutes, and this is like very shortly before I go to bed. So the kids are asleep, just relaxing, and going to hang out, watch TV, and lay on the mat. Okay, so I try to get as much surface area of my back as I can on these little spikes. It sort of maybe stings for a second, but you get used to it super quickly. So I'm just gonna hang out and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so today is Monday and it's the first morning that I used my acupressure mat the night before. Here are the results. 2 days ago, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I got a sleep score of 89. Let's see here. Resting, lowest heart rate, 62. HRV 43, readiness 85. Another thing I did last night while I was laying on my acupressure mat is I did this unguided meditation using my Oura ring. I didn't actually meditate, I just laid on my mat. I wanted to see kind of what was happening in real time as I was doing it. So it was just 5 minutes, and as you can see, my heart rate kind of was brought down, and my HRV was pretty high as I was laying on the mat. The average was 56. Okay, it's Tuesday morning. I did the acupressure mat last night again, and here are my results. 2 days ago, Sunday, now it's Tuesday. Sleep score 92. Lowest heart rate 62. HRV 41. Readiness 86. Okay, so it's Wednesday and I used the acupressure mat again Tuesday night, and last night I used it a little bit closer to bedtime, and I think that maybe helped. 2 days ago is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sleep score 91. Lowest heart rate 60. HRV 46. And I just wanted to note that I felt pretty relaxed, and as you can see, my HRV started off like higher compared to previous nights. But what I'm finding is that it seems like it is important to like wind down for the night. Whether it's stretching or laying on an acupressure mat, or having a glass of like chamomile tea or something, something like that. But just taking a warm shower, for example, I feel like those things can add up and help you wind down and maybe help you recover better. I'm not necessarily saying that it will increase your HRV, but maybe you'll just get better sleep, which is a good thing. So I'll check in tomorrow. Okay, it's Thursday, and I did the acupressure mat last night. I did have a lot of activity yesterday, and I think that kind of affected my sleep score. My sleep score is good, 90. Okay, so today, 2 days ago, Tuesday, today, Thursday, lowest heart rate, 62. HRV, only 37. Readiness, 85. So even if tomorrow my HRV is super high, this hasn't significantly impacted my HRV. There are so many things that go into your HRV and your recovery, like how busy you are, how much activity you do during the day, how quickly you can begin to relax at night and get into more of a parasympathetic state. Improving things like your VO2 max. The less cardio I do, the higher my resting heart rate is. The lower my resting heart rate is, that's pretty correlated to a higher HRV. As I look through my Oura Ring data, I can definitely see that when my heart rate is high, my HRV is low, and vice versa. This experiment may not have been successful in what I was hoping it would show, so obviously you can see that I had a bias going into this, but it seems like my theory was disproven, but that's okay because I think I've learned some other things throughout this, like what I was just talking about. It's good to have a bedtime routine. It's good to wind down at night. It's good to walk more during the day. But there is such a thing as like overtraining, and not in the sense of like breaking down muscle tissue too much or anything like that, but like yesterday, for example, I had some physical manual labor jobs that I had to do, and I don't normally do that. And so, you know, I had like 14,000 steps. So I think my body just wasn't used to that. So slowly ramping up your training, I think that's important too, to maintain your ability to recover. So I'll check in tomorrow, and then we'll run all the numbers and see what the averages look like. Okay, so it's Friday, the last morning of my experiment. I did the acupressure mat last night, and here are my results. 2 days ago, Wednesday, yesterday, today, Friday. Sleep score 90. Lowest heart rate was 64. HRV 44. Okay, so I took all the data and took the averages of my sleep score, my HRV, my lowest heart rate, and my recovery score. And as you can see, there's hardly any difference. There's no difference worth mentioning. After I did this experiment, I found a study in the Journal of Applied Psychology, a 2023 study. Both groups practiced relaxation for 3 weeks, and one used an acupressure mat and the other group didn't use any tools. And what they found was that both groups experienced less stress and an increased sense of well-being. The acupressure group did not experience any differences in terms of heart rate or blood pressure. They just had a perceived sense of having less stress. And so that kind of corroborates with what happened in my experience. So, like I said, during this journey, though it wasn't a successful experiment, it was in a way, because I realized that these things that we do in our lifestyle are what add up to help us sleep better, help us attain a higher HRV and things like that. You know, there are biohacks and certain hacks that might help acutely, but in the bigger picture, what you do with your life every day, day in and day out, makes a bigger difference. So, you know, there are many things that I do for my sleep, and that's why my sleep score is relatively high, despite the fact that I have 2 young children. So maybe I'll make a video about that sometime. That would kind of be fun. Before I go, I do want to say that the acupressure mat definitely helped my back pain. And I still use it, and I still will use it before I go to sleep, especially after days where I do like a back workout. I do think it helps me recover there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm always thinking of new experiments and new ways to help people who have either sedentary jobs or just spend too much time on the computer get up, get more active, and get more healthy. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good day.